What is up, y'all? We are back. So today we're going to be doing one of my favorite things, and that is mixing herbalism and hair care. One thing that I never honestly expected when I got into herbalism was how widespread its benefits would be in different aspects of my life. And I think that's one thing that will forever blow my mind about herbalism, and that's just how versatile the practice is and learning all the different ways that you could really incorporate that medicinal knowledge and that medicinal practice in various aspects of your life. So yes. So I don't know about y'all, but in the wintertime, without fail, my scalp goes a little crazy for a couple weeks. I really think it just has to do with the change of the seasons and I don't know, the environment, the atmosphere, but I get dandruff really bad this time of year, and I'm not afraid to say it because we're here with solutions. So I thought I'd show y'all a recipe that I've been using for a couple of years now that I really honestly only pull out when I'm dealing with dandruff. We'll get into it a little more, but it's just a great recipe to help with scalp health. It's great for itchiness, dryness, dandruff, and in general there are some other therapeutic benefits such as hair growth, but that's not really the focus for today, so I'll touch on it a little bit. But really I just want to show y'all a recipe that I use that I think works great for dandruff and is very lock friendly. So before we take a trip to my herb shelf, I wanted to talk about the two ingredients that you truly only need, and that is distilled water and apple cider vinegar. So I just want to put this out front and center because I really want to emphasize that I love the use of herbs in my hair care practices, and I think herbs bring a lot of additional great benefits, but I don't want that to be a hindrance for anyone who wants to find a natural solution to their dandruff. And I do want to recognize that sourcing herbs is not as easy as it is to go to a grocery store or just like a local market to pick up those two items. So I really just want to emphasize that if you are dealing with dandruff or a dry, itchy scalp, don't feel any pressure to go out and buy all of these herbs. All you truly need is apple cider vinegar and something to dilute it, which is why we're using the distilled water today. So I encourage y'all to do your own research, but just to highlight a few points, ACV is a great way to balance the pH of your scalp as well as remove buildup. It's also believed to be a natural conditioner for the hair, and it's also been used to help with conditions like fungus that grows on the scalp that could also cause dandruff or just general discomfort, and also help minimize the impacts of dandruff itself. Now I will say, if you deal with dandruff severely, you may have a much more serious condition, and in that case this may help, but I would much rather you go to a dermatologist or your doctor or someone that could help you really get to the root cause of that issue. But for me and someone who just really deals with seasonal dandruff and discomfort, this works wonders for me, and I think it's great. For me, I generally go by a 1:3 ratio, with 3 parts being distilled water and then 1 part ACV. ACV is very, very strong, so you really don't need that much to see the benefits. For the distilled water, just like the herbs, you do not technically need distilled water to make this recipe. Now, I will say this is the best option in my opinion, just because it has gone through the rigorous process to remove any of those minerals and chemicals. And since you are trying to help your hair and help your scalp, I will say the best option would be to get distilled water and work with that. But if you don't have distilled water, you can use tap water if you'd like. You can use shower water, whatever you have available. But I would just be conscious of the fact that there are probably harsh chemicals and things you don't want in that water, and that also may be the reason why you're having issues with your scalp. So I would just consider that. I think I got this at Safeway for $1.50 or so, so it definitely isn't too expensive, and this gallon lasts me a really long time. So I think it's the best option. I think it's great. If you can, I would go and just get that versus using tap water, but obviously it's up to you. We are not bougie about this process, so it's whatever you have on hand, whatever is available, and whatever you got. Now that we have that out the way, let me show you the herbs that we are going to be adding to that mixture today to make this an herbal hair rinse. Today we're going to be working with chamomile, rosemary, And honestly, the star of the show, which is stinging nettle. Apart from all of the various therapeutic benefits that these herbs have to offer, one thing that they all have in common is that they are anti-inflammatory. That is very important for this recipe because outside of dandruff, which is a condition within itself, I also just have a dry, itchy scalp. So that in itself leads to inflammation, but it's also common when you do have dandruff to also experience inflammation as well. So that is why I chose the herbs that I did today. Across the board, chamomile is known for its relaxing therapeutic benefits, and so not only is it a great thing to drink when you want to relax or you're ready to go to bed, but also if your hair is inflamed and you would like your scalp to relax, this is a great herb to do so. And since chamomile is so widely known and respected, it's fairly easy to source as well. I really feel like rosemary had its moment online. I myself have seen a lot of people do rosemary water for their hair to help with hair growth. It's known to help stimulate the hair follicle, and people use it to deal with thinning hair as well. Rosemary is also a great antibacterial and anti-inflammatory herb, and so that's why we're using it in this mixture today. And then finally, we have stinging nettle. Now, I will say stinging nettle is one of those jack of all trade herbs, so much so that I could dedicate a whole video to nettle just by itself. So let me know in the comments if y'all are interested in me making a video about stinging nettle. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe so y'all can keep getting this herbal goodness. Stinging nettle is an Ayurvedic herb. I really feel like I said that wrong. It has been used for a very long time for helping with hair growth, hair density, boosting the hair follicle, and also for its anti-inflammatory benefits. Like I said, I'd love to do a deep dive on all of these herbs and really get into them and their history and their background, but for the sake of this video, I think we're just gonna jump right into making the actual tea. And make sure you keep watching because I am also going to show y'all how I use this rinse and just a little mini like shower routine for my locks. Do not judge me, y'all. I am doing this in the living room because my kitchen is a mess and I don't really feel like cleaning it right now, so this is just gonna have to work. So because I really would like this to be a strong mixture, we're going to be using 2 tablespoons of each herb today. I've already heated up the water. I did 3 cups, I guess. I'm not too specific though. I really just want to fill this up. But yeah, basically all we're doing is brewing a hair tea. The apple cider vinegar is actually going to be added after we make the brewed tea. So, I guess it's important to say that the amount of water is going to go into the ratio when it comes to diluting the ACV. So I have 3 cups of distilled water. I don't know yet if I want to use just the tea with the ACV or if I want to cut it with just some regular distilled water. I really think we're just gonna see when I fill up the bottle and what it all comes out to. You know what? This actually filled up so aggressively. We're just gonna do 1 tablespoon of the chamomile. It doesn't matter. The nettle is really the thing I'm most concerned about, and I would say that second would be the rosemary, so this honestly works out just fine for me. And then you just make the tea like normal. And there you have it, the hair tea. It was super duper simple. I don't know if you could see, but it's already starting to infuse. We are aggressively losing our good lighting, but now that I'm looking at this angle, I feel like this is what I should have started with. You live and you learn. Anyways, I thought that while the tea was brewing, I would show y'all the water bottle that I like to use. Since the discovery of this type of misting water bottle, I have never gone back to a traditional water bottle. If you're watching this and you do happen to have locks and you do not have this water bottle, run and you should get one because it works so well with my locks. As someone who has low porosity hair, I feel like the smaller particles, because it's more of a mister than it is just like a stream of water, I feel like my hair takes this much better than any other spray bottle, and maybe it's just because it diffuses better and it just really allows my hair to take in the moisture quicker. I don't really know what the science is. All I know is this is a great hair sprayer. Whenever I do a hair rinse or anything, usually I put it in a spray bottle and apply that way, just because I feel like it would be a waste if I just dump it on my head. So I always apply it in the spray bottle, and then this is also just my general everyday hydration bottle as well. So here is the update on the tea. So while we are waiting for that, I'm gonna give y'all a little visual representation of how much apple cider vinegar that I truly use. This is actually my second time making this mixture, so I'm not gonna make a lot. 2 weeks ago, the first time I made this mixture, I probably did half this amount of ACV. Okay. It is cooled enough, so I think it is time to add it to the ACV. I was really messy when I made it this time. Try not to get a bunch of plant material all throughout your tea. I don't know why that made me nervous, but we're gonna fill literally this teeny tiny last bit with just regular distilled water. Okay, cool. Here is what it looks like. That is all I do as far as the hair rinse. Now I'm just gonna show you really quickly how I actually use it and where I incorporate it into my routine. Cool. All right, I will see y'all in a minute. So really quickly, I usually keep this in my hair about 5 to 10 minutes. Really, I just go about with the rest of my shower routine, wash everything, and then by that time I really just rinse it out. It really is up to you, but I will say you probably want to leave it on for at least a minimum of 5 minutes and then rinse it out. ACV smells extremely strong. I do not have a good sense of smell, so I do not smell it, but my boyfriend does, and I'll wash my hair and he'll be like, oh, like what's in your hair? And I'll be like, oh, I did a rinse. Is it bad? And he's like, it's not necessarily bad, but it's strong. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I recommend that you thoroughly rinse it out of your hair, and if you would like, you could even go back in with your shampoo and just do like a quick shampoo as well. It's up to you. Yeah, so that's basically the routine. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my shower and I will check back in with y'all in a moment. Microfiber towel on my locks. I got this specific one from Free the Roots, but I bet there are probably a lot of places that sell like an extra large microfiber towel. I'll leave that up to y'all. Anyways, so yeah, that is my winter shower lock hair routine. I will say this is something that you could do year round if you need to, but this is kind of like the time of year that I really bring back that herbal rinse, just because this is the time of year that my hair really needs it. So, and then just to finish off the video, I usually let this sit on my, ouch, that was aggressive. I usually let this sit on my head for 5 minutes, just because the final step of my routine is always oil, especially if I wash my hair. I have been loving this hair oil by henew. It's great. It smells like peppermint and it gives you those little tingles, which I just love. Henew, H-I-N-U. I would check it out. One thing that I also love about henew as a hair oil and a brand is it's really intentional. When I received this hair oil, it came with this little like foldable pamphlet. It kind of looked like, you know, like those photo booth pictures. That's kind of what it looked like, and it was like a step-by-step about how to use it. And they really encourage you to bring a lot of intention into using their oil, as in like placing it in your palm and like smelling it and really like taking in the essence of the oil before applying. And I really love that. I think it's really cool when brands are able to really create something unique with their products, especially for something that is so overdone like hair care. I think it's really special when a brand finds a way to make their product special. And I really feel like it shows through and through, because the hair oil is great. I love it. And just knowing so much love and intention went into the hair oil itself really just makes me want to have an equal amount of intention and care when I'm applying it and dealing with my locks and taking care of them. So yeah, I'm doing crazy things right now. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's because I'm on the couch. Usually I do this in the bathroom, so I don't have to like throw around my hair as much. But yeah, I start at the roots and then I really just like comb them through my hair. My locks are mature enough now where I feel like I can do this and it really doesn't affect them whatsoever. I think if your locks are newer, you probably don't want to rake through them like this. And then I just have this huge scarf. I think I got this on Amazon. Oh, no. I think I got this one on Etsy. I feel like I got this on Etsy. So that is my routine. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. If there's anything that you want me to talk about or do a tutorial for that has to do with locks, let me know, because I'd love to do that. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see y'all again soon. All right, bye guys.